Hey, what's poppin', y'all? It's Kabaddi Keenan back here with another video, here to talk about the Telugu Titans. Yes, the team that for some reason has a soft spot in my heart. I don't know what it is about them. I find myself whenever I'm watching them rooting for them. It's probably because they're historically not a great team. I mean, prior to last season, they'd finish the 3 seasons beforehand in last place. 12, 12, 12, three-peat. Not the type of three-peat that you want to have. But last year, we did see the Telugu Titans find their way out of the basement and come this close to making the playoffs. Yes, they just missed out on that 6th spot making the playoffs. They came in 7th. So while it was disappointing to see them miss out on the playoffs, nonetheless, to see them do way better last season, pull themselves out of the basement and really be challenging teams. And for a while there, they really looked like they were a playoff contending team. With that, we had the auction. It's been a little bit now, but I'm covering each team every single week. So with the Titans, they made some moves which I thought were pretty good. They did lose Pawan, which I was sad about. I was hoping that they'd be able to retain him, but they were able to retain their top raider last season with Vijay Malik, which was great. And they only retained him via FBM. They didn't retain him, but they got him back in the auction via FBM for only like 51 lakhs, something like that. So not even that much for a player that scored 172 points rating, and then he also contributed 11 points defensively. I mean, that's pretty good, to be honest. I mean, he's a top 10 raider. And to only get him for 51 lakh is pretty crazy. So I think that was really good on their part to bring him back on the squad, because he was really a lightning rod for them. He carried that team offensively. I think he's going to do it again this season for them. But they did bring on Bharat Hooda, who was previously with the UP Otis last season. He did okay. He scored just over 100 points. He scored like 102. And then I think he had like maybe 16 points through tackles. So he's considered an all-rounder, contribute to this team. I think they brought him in expecting him to be their number one raider, just given by how much they paid for him. They paid like 80 lakhs for him or something like that. So price-wise, he should be expected to be their number one. But I think that might be a bit of a toss-up between him and Vijay. I think Vijay really displayed himself really well last season, and hopefully continue that. So if they have a 1A, 1B type situation, I don't think they're going to be upset about that. But I know that they would expect for Bharat to sort of score more than what he did for the UP Otis last season. I think they're expecting more than 102 rate points from him. So to be able to bring those two back offensively between Vijay and Bharat, great stuff. And then they also have a personal favorite of mine with Ashish Narwal. I love watching this guy play. Seriously, like the enthusiasm that he played with last season, literally, he got me. He's one of my favorite players, just because anytime he scored, he's so happy. Like, he was so happy. It seemed like to just not only be where he was at, playing in the PKL, but playing for a team that has a really great fan base, to be honest. I think, surprisingly, even though the Titans have never really done well historically within the league, I feel like they have a really, really strong and dedicated fan base, which, again, to see, I feel like he really embodies that as a player for their team. Like, to me, he's like the heart of the team. Like, the way he plays and just the enthusiasm, the dedication he seems to have, not only for the sport, but for the team. Again, I just feel like he's like your perfect number 3 raider. Now, the other raider that they have on their squad, who I'm looking forward to see how he does, because I feel like he didn't get that much playing time. I think he only played in like 6 matches, but Praful Zawar, I think he's a younger guy. I don't know if last season was his first season in the league, but for some reason, even though he had limited playing time, I feel like the moments that he was on the match, from what I can remember at least, I feel like he did a good job. I think he's a promising raider. And though his opportunities are going to be limited again this season, given that you got Bharat, Vijay, and Ashish Narwal ahead of him, I say slide in as number 4, because they do have an all-rounder and Shankar Gadai, who I think he leans a little bit more defensively, so that's why I think Proffel will be their number 4 raider. So with Proffel slotting in at their number 4, I'm really looking forward to him because, again, just in the limited time and opportunities that he had on the mat, I think he really shined, and I think he's just very promising. Now, defensively, they made one big move, really, and bringing in Shubham Shinde for like 80 lakh. I think he was their second biggest buy. So, to be honest, in the auction, I think the Telugu Titans did a really good job. I mean, to get 3 players all under, one core and some solid players at that, like really solid players. As a Telugu Titans fan, I think you can't ask for any more. I think they've done a really good job putting together a solid squad just all around. I mean, you got, again, defensively, Shubham Shinde, who is a top defender in the league year in and year out. And then you also have Ajit Pawar, who I really like this guy. I think he was kind of left on an island a little bit sometimes, but I think he's a really good defender. If anything, I think their defense might be their weak point, but with the all-rounders that they do have, I think that's what's going to sort of help with the lack of pure defenders that I feel like they might have. I think with their all-rounders, again, with Vijay chipping in here and there, Bharat, Ashish Narwal chipping in defensively here and there, I think that's going to help sort of cover any holes that they might have, glaring holes at least, that they might have defensively. But if any spot that they might struggle with, I think it would be their defense. But overall, I think the Titans look really strong this season. I think they can pick up where they left off from last season, and hopefully they can find themselves in the playoffs. I wouldn't put it past them. Again, they had a really strong first half, and I think most of the season last season to where they just fell out of the playoff contention. So I think they've put themselves in position to be, again, another strong middle table team that has the potential to get into the playoffs. I wouldn't be surprised if they're a top team either. So I'm looking forward to the Titans. I really like watching this team. For some reason, I root for them. I guess I'm kind of a Titans fan, but nonetheless, let me know what you guys think of them going into this season. If you're as excited about them as I am, let me know in the comments below, and I will catch y'all next time.